Dear friends, as I write and prepare this, we're mindful that the Methodist Conference is sitting, and although the conference is being held in Birmingham, because of COVID there is mixed attendance. Some people are able to attend face to face, and many are attending online. And of course, this is a huge challenge for those managing the practical side with regard to the technology. Watching some of the conference online though, I've been impressed how this combined attendance, some online and some face to face, has been managed in order to allow everyone to participate in the fullest way possible. And one thing that comes across is not just the high standard as to how the business is managed, but the very real sense as to how people are able to contribute and listen to each other. A bright spot personally has been when the new president, Revd Sonia Hicks, has been chairing. The warmth, her charisma and her huge smile, I think, has helped the business through, as well as the dignity and the serenity of the Vice President, Barbara Easton. And there's been a very real sense this conference that people have been able to listen to each other, especially when there has been varied and passionate viewpoints. This certainly has been evident when the conference has been discussing the God in Love Unites report. And of course there is that sense of being able to listen to people of widely differing views, which is important not just at conference level, but in our own day-to-day lives and also on a church level. And in the Methodist Church we're very much encouraged to live and be together, even though we may hold what look like contradictory views. We know how easy it is to feel comfortable with those who have viewpoints just like our own. And sometimes it can be a struggle to take on board other people's viewpoints, which differ vastly from where we stand. But entering into other people's viewpoints can help us. It can help us clarify what we think and hold on to, as well as help us understand where the other person is coming from. But to do that can take intentional effort, and sometimes we're reluctant to step out of our comfort zone. I haven't been to conference this year, but have been able to watch some of it online. But as mentioned elsewhere, I was delighted to attend the ordination service for Deacon Michelle Hamilton. I know many of you were able to watch this also. It came from Kenilworth Methodist Church. It was a very moving occasion, and even with social distancing and COVID restrictions, it still felt like a real act of worship. One of the most moving parts of the service for me was when the World Church representative read the epistle. The epistle was 1 Corinthians 13, the great passage about love which St. Paul writes, and the person read it in Afrikaner. It's a well-known passage, and even when he read it in Afrikaner, some of the words were still familiar. But there was the great sense that we were hearing this passage from a different perspective. And although I knew what was being said, there was still much that sounded unfamiliar. And so it reminded me what it means to listen to something from a different perspective, to hear familiar words in a new way, something of which we're asked to do when we listen and open ourselves to considering a viewpoint different from our own. So on a personal level, I'm going to try and make the effort to listen more carefully to those who hold different views from myself, and to examine my viewpoint in the light of what is being said. Grace and peace to you all. Thank you.